Hello, sixth graders. This is Mrs. Munyon checking in with Chapter 3, Lesson 5, and we're thinking today about dividing multi-digit numbers, specifically how to work with divisors that are more than one digit. All right? So just as a reminder, this is the divisor. This one right here is the divisor in this format of a division problem. The answer is the quotient, and the number in the box we call the dividend. All right, if we're working in this format, the dividend is our first number, the divisor is the second number, and again, the quotient is what we call the answer to a division problem. What are we learning about today? First of all, we're going to learn to use estimation to help us find the number of digits in the quotient. And we are also going to just get comfortable with divisors that are more than one digit. Okay, so let's take a look at our real world link. When you are at rest, it takes about 60 seconds for a single blood cell to travel around your body and back to your heart. That's quick, guys. All right, so the question is, in 120 seconds, about how many times does a single blood cell travel around the body and back to your heart? And we're going to write our answer here in this diagram. All right, so our question is, if 120 seconds goes by, how many times did that blood cell circulate through your body? So 120 divided by 60, okay? In this problem, 120 is the dividend, 60 is the divisor, and the answer to our problem is the quotient, all right? So 120 is the dividend. Here's the word dividend. So 120 goes in the box. Okay, the divisor goes here. And the quotient, have you figured out what it is yet? Well, we could cross off these matching zeros, and then really this problem is just 12 divided by 6, which is 2. Okay, we can make two groups of 60 out of 120. All right, so that's all there is to that one. Let's take a look at Camilla's target heart rate. Camilla's target heart rate should be about 200 beats per minute. Estimate the number of times Camilla's heart will beat in 1 second if her heart is working at this rate. Okay, so if we want to know the heart, if we want to know the number of times Camilla's heart rate will beat in 1 second, then we're going to divide 200 by the number of seconds in a minute, which is what? There are 60 seconds in 1 minute. So we'll divide by 60. Well, I already know 60 isn't going to go into 200 evenly because there's nothing I can multiply 6 by to get 20. Since they did say estimate, let's just change 200 to something that will divide evenly by 60. So I'm going to skip count by 6's. 6, 12, 18, 24. 24 is greater than 200. So let's go with 18 or 180. So 180 divided by 60, cross out those zeros. 6 times what is 18? 3. That's right. Okay? So that means that Camilla's heart is beating approximately 3 times per second. That's pretty cool. Right. Okay. Moving on. All right. In this lesson, you will divide multi-digit numbers. We'll use estimation to help us place the first digit in the quotient. So if you look at this one, 351 divided by 9, and the estimated 360 divided by 9. Why? Because 9 times something very specific equals 36, right? So, and what is that something? 4. 9 times 4 equals 36, so 9 times 40 equals 360. That means we know that our first digit is going to go in the second place value there. All right? That's all you need to know for that. Let's look at 31 divided by 878. Well, if we round 878 to 900, and 31 to 30, 9 divided by 3 is 3, okay? And so 900 divided by 30 is 30, right? So we know if the digits are 30, we're going to start with the second place value, all right? Let's try one down here. We have 768 divided by 8. First, we set it up. 768 divided by 8. I know that 8, I can't make a group of 8 out of 7 things. So I must be looking at 76. All right, I can also do this. Okay, what can I round? Oh, let's round 768 to 800, and then 8 goes in quite easily. Oopsie, didn't mean to do that. All right, so 8 times 100 is 800. Now, the only problem with that is that our quotient won't be 3 digits because I can't make a group of 8 out of 7. But I can skip count by 8s and see where I come up close to 76. So that's 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48, 56. Oh, I'm getting close. So let's see here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 8 times 8. 64. 8 times 9. 72. I think I'm there. But let's do one more. 8 times 10 is 80. That's too high. So it's going to be 8 times 9. We'll put a 9 here. 9 times 8 is 72. Subtract. Well, let's write that down too. So we divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. Okay? So if you're not confident in this order yet, then you should write this down. Okay? So 6 take away 2 is 4. Bring down the 8. Now we are thinking about how many groups of 8 we can make out of 48 things. That happens to go in evenly. So 8 times 6 is 48. Okay? 6 times 8 is 48. Subtract 0. We have nothing else to bring down. So 768 divided by 8 is 96. Okay? Let's do another one. Here we have 16 into 318. Or you could say 318 divided by 16. So, I think that for my estimation, I would do 300 divided by 15. Because I know 2 15s equals 30. So that would be 20. 20 times 15 is 300. All right, so I know I'm going to start with this place value here. 16, does it go into 31 twice though? No, that would be 32. So it's just once. 1 times 16 is 16. Subtract. All right, so 16 plus 15 is 31 because 16 plus 16 would be 32. Now I bring down an 8. Ooh, I got to do 16 into 158. So this skill is not directly being taught in this lesson, but it's really important to be able to do this. We rounded 16 originally to 15, and it's easier to skip count by 15. So let's do that. Let's do that, okay? I'll do it right here. 15, 30, 45, 55, 60, 60, 70, 75. What do I need to get to? 158, or as close as we can without going over. 75, 85, 90, 90, 100, 105. Okay, 105, 115, 120, 120, 130, 135. Keep going, 135, 145, 150. That's probably going to be it right there, but we'll go one more. 150, 160, 165. Okay, so here's our winner. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is too high. Oh, but it's 16, remember? So let's see if it even works. It'll probably be 9. You think it can't be 10 because we can't put 2 digits at once up there. So let's figure out what 16 times 9 is. 9 times 6 is 54. And 9 times 1 is 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay, that works. 144. Now we subtract. 8 take away 4 is 4. 5 take away 4 is 1. And we have nothing else to bring down. So this one has a remainder. Remainder 14. Very soon we will learn how to, the next step would be to put a decimal and add a 0 and bring down the 0. We're not doing that in this lesson. We're just going to write the remainder. So we can make 19 groups of 16 out of 318 with a remainder of 14. All right, let's move on. Okay, so the steps for dividing 3-digit dividends and 4-digit dividends are the same. What does that mean? We are still doing divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. Okay, those steps, we just repeat them until we've worked our way across every digit of the dividend. Okay, so let's take a look at that. They're dividing here by 6,493 by 75. There's a rounding to 6,480. Why? Because 8 times 8 is 64. So then we know 80 times 80 would be 6,400, which means we're using these two place values to begin. All right? So, and then we might also want to skip count 75, 150, 225. That would help us to figure out that first hard step where we're trying to figure out how many times 75 goes into 649. They did it here for us, so we're going to move on, right? The average person has 1,460 dreams in a year. I wish I could remember them all. Maybe I don't want to remember them. What is the average number of dreams a person has each night? Here they expected us to know that there are 365 days in a year. Okay, that is common knowledge, and we needed to know that to solve this problem. Okay, except for leap year, then there are 366. Okay, so they estimated 1460 to 1600 and 365 to 400, and that gave us a pretty good idea that this was going to be a 1-digit quotient. Another thing we might do if we're having to divide 365 into 1,460 because it won't go into 146, we might want to skip count by 350 or by 400 to give us an idea what that's going to be. So if we did skip count by 350, that's 600, 700, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 50. This would be 800 and then 1,200. So let's see here. It looks like it went in 4 times, so 1,600. So, but 400 is way over 365. And if we did one more here, that would be 1,500. So that gives us a pretty good idea that is probably going to be 4. Okay, so let's try these. Here's C. Find 4,321 divided by 56. So let's write that out. 4,321 divided by 56. Okay, so if I were to estimate, maybe I would do 5,000 divided by 50. Okay, I can cross off the matching zeros. 5 goes into 5 once. So 5 times 100 is 500. So I know that I'm going to start, I'm going to have approximately 3 digits, maybe only 2, because that was a pretty wild estimation, wasn't it? And right away I know 56. I can't make a group of 56 out of 43. So I need to figure out how many times 56 goes into 432. Since my estimation was 100, I'm going to guess 9, but let's skip count by 50s. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. Oh, we're getting up there. 350, 400, 450. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, possibly 9. Let's try 8 first. 56 times 8. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 4 is 448. So actually it won't go in 8 times. It's going to have to be 7. So let's do that again. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 5 is 35. Plus 4 is 39. Then we subtract. Okay. 2 take away 2 is 0. 3 take away 9. No, not going to be doing that. So we'll borrow. 13 take away 9. Yes, we can do that. Okay. Then we bring down. All right. So now we're thinking about how many groups of 56 we can make out of 401 things. Well, here in our skip counting by 50s, it would maybe be that, except for that 56 is more than 50. So let's try for this one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so what is 50? Oh, 56 times 7 is 392. That will definitely work. 7, we already know what it is. 392. Subtract. Okay, 1 take away 2, can't do that. Can't borrow from a 0, so I need to go way over here. Borrow from the 4, make it 3, give it to the 0, make it 10. Borrow from the 10, make it 9, give it to the 1, make 11. 11 take away 2 is 9. 9 take away 9 is 0. So this must be our remainder because we don't have anything else to bring down. Remainder 9. Okay, so 4,321 divided by 56 has a quotient of 77, remainder 9. Okay, all right, I got to erase just a little bit to make room. Maybe you're using a whiteboard. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to change colors so we don't get confused here. This time we are working through 8,465 divided by 91. All right, so if I did 9,000 divided by 90, that's a pretty reasonable estimate. I'll cross out my zeros here. So 9 times 100 is 900. So 90 times 100 would be 9,000. So we're probably going to have another just under 100 quotient because I can't divide 84 things into by 91. Okay, so 846. Let's skip count by 90s. 90. 2 times 9 is 18, so 180. 3 times 9 is 27, so 270. 4 times 9 is 36, so 360. 5 times 9 is 45, so 450. 6 times 9 is 54, so 540. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 times 9 is 63, so 630. 8 times 9 is 72, so 720. And 9 times 9 is 81, so 810. Ooh, that's close, but I think it might actually go in 9 times. Let's go ahead and risk it. 9. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 9 is 81. Yep, that snuck in there. Now we subtract. 6 take away 9. Cannot do it, guys. Gotta borrow. So we'll make this a 3. Make this a 16. 16 take away 9 is 7. 3 take away 1 is 2. And then we bring down. Okay, so now we're thinking about 91 into 275. If I look at my skip counting over here, possibly this one. Should we try it? That'd be 91 times 3. Let's do it. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 9 is 27. Oh, it did work. Subtract. 5 take away 3 is 2. So, since we have nothing else to bring down, that is a remainder 2. Okay? So, 8,465 divided by 91 is 93 remainder 2. Okay, one more to go here. Let's read E. Hey guys, I'm going to need to erase a little bit more to make room for this one. So pardon that. I hope that you could always backtrack to get that all filled out, okay? And then I'm going to move this one over. Okay, oopsie. Try that again. There we go. All right, let's read this. To promote its opening weekend, a water park gave the local middle school 1,050 free tickets. Ooh, I want to live there. The middle school has 350 students. Each student will receive the same number of tickets. How many tickets will each student receive? Okay, so the problem that we're working through is, let's write that the other way actually, is 1,050 divided by 350 students. Okay, so how could I estimate this one? I could do 1,200. I could do 1,200 divided by 400. Okay, because 4 times what is 12? 3. So 400 times 3. It wouldn't even be 30 because we already have our 2 zeros. 400 times 3 would be 1,200. So were we going to move way over to here right away? 350 into, well, we cannot make a group of 350 out of 105. So I guess we are. Okay? So 350, I feel like, didn't we do that skip counting already? Perhaps not. Okay. So, but no big deal. We can do that. 350. So 300 plus 300 is 600. 50 plus 50 is 100. So that's 700 next. Maybe one more. 700 plus 300 would be 1,000. Plus 50 more, 1,050. Oh, we hit the jackpot. It goes in evenly. 3 times. 3 times 350 is 1,050. Subtract 0. The answer is 3. Coolie beans. Coolio, coolio. All right, so we're on a new page, right? One more example. Deep breath. At least it's not as long as that one we did the other day. Remember that? It was like 30 minutes. Goodness. Okay. The total number of seats in a college stadium is 54,912. There are 44 sections, and each section has an equal number of seats. How many seats are in each section? So the problem is 54,912 divided by 44. All right? And they're just showing you how you slowly work through each digit until you either have nothing left or you have maybe a small amount left but nothing else to bring down. Okay? That's it. So let's try these down here. Okay. So we have 8 into 736, or you could say 736 divided by 8. Okay? 8 does not go into 7, but it will go into 73. Anyone know how much? Well, I know that 8 times 8 is 64. What's 8 times 9? 8 times 9 is 72. Is that too high? No, that's about right. So we'll put a 9. 9 times 8 is 72. Subtract. Remember, it's divide, multiply, subtract, bring down, repeat. Okay? So 73 minus 72 is 1. Now we bring down 6. And now we think about how many groups of 8 we can make out of 16. Goes in evenly, doesn't it? That would be 2. So our quotient is 92. I was really uncomfortable with how small that was. I can actually pinch and make mine a lot bigger. You may need to rewrite, because if you're writing that small, the chances of getting everything lined up correctly is slim. Okay, so I'm going to just enlarge my screen though. So 11, can we make a group at 11 out of 6? No, but we can make groups of 11 out of 62. And let's see here, 11 times 5 is 55. 11 times 6 is 66. It's got to be 5. 5. 5 times 11 is 55. Then we subtract. All right. So 62, take away 55. 5 more to get to 60, then 2 more. That's 7. Or you could have borrowed and regrouped. It's 7. But you could have done this too, guys. You could have gone 5, give it to the 2. You could have done that. Okay, now we bring down. So we have 70. So 55, 66, 77. Oh, it's a 6 this time. 6 times 11 is 66. Subtract. All right, 70, take away 6. From 6 to 10 is 4 more. So 70, take away 66 is 4. I have nothing else to bring down. So it's a remainder 4. Okay, moving on. Now I have 19 into 7,814. Or I can read this as 7,814 divided by 19. What I need to think about is, can I make a group of 19 out of 7? No. How about 78? Definitely. Now, I'm going to round 19 to 20 and skip count to see about how many times it will go into 78. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80. I don't think 80 is going to work. I'm going to try times 3. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 1 is 3, plus the 2 is 5. Okay, now I subtract, and as long as my answer, my difference between 78 and 57 is less than 19, I'll know I've got the right number there. So 8 take away 7 is 1. 7 take away 5 is 2. Oh, you know what that means? I can make 4 groups of 19 out of 78. So I'm going to need to erase that. I know. But it is important that you know how to do that and to recognize when you've made a mistake and you could have made another group, okay? So 4. 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Ooh, it just sneaks in there, doesn't it? Okay, 8 take away 6 is 2. I'm done there. Bring down a 1. Now we are thinking about how many groups of 19 we can make out of 21 things. Clearly only 1, right? So I'll put a 1 up. 1 times 19 is 19. Then I subtract. 21, take away 19. 19, 20, 21. That's 2. Bring down. Now I am thinking about how many groups of 19 I can make out of 24 things. That is still 1. Okay, 1. 1 times 19 is 19. Subtract. 24, take away 19. 1 more to get to 20, then 4 more. That's 5. Okay, so we have a remainder of 5. Cool. All right, I'm going to zoom back in and move over. Okay, now I'm thinking about 3,511 divided by 37. So if it were 4,000 divided by 40, okay, that would be 100. So it's going to be high 90s or low 100s, right? So it might be 2 or 3 digits. But I also know that 37, I can't make a group of 37 out of 35. So it must be a 2-digit quotient. So 351 it is. Let's skip count by 40s. 40, 80, 4 times 3 is 12, so 120. 4 times 4 is 16, so 160. 4 times 5 is 20, so 200. 4 times 6 is 24, so 240. 4 times 7 is 28, so 280. 4 times 8 is 32, so 320. Getting close. One more. And 4 times 9 is 36, so 360. 37 is less than 40, so let's live dangerously and try the 9, shall we? Okay, so 9. I'm going to put a 9 right here because I'm making groups of 37 out of 351, right? So 9 times 7 is 63. 9 times 3 is 27 plus the 6. 3 more to 30, then 3 more, 33. 33. It went all right. Subtract. Okay. 1 take away 3. Nope. Got to borrow. Make this a 4. Make this an 11. 11 take away 3. 8. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep. 4 take away 3 is 1. Now we'll bring down the 1. Okay. And we're thinking about how many groups of 37 can I make out of 181? And I already have my lovely skip counting by 40s over here. So what's close to 181? It's either going to be 3 or 4. Shall we try the 4? Why not? All right, so we'll put a 4 up. Now we're multiplying. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. Oh, that definitely went in. Yeah, 5 times 3. Well, we'll just subtract and see. If it's more than 37 or equal to 37, then we know it should have been 5. Okay? So 1 take away 8 cannot do that. So we'll borrow. Make this a 7. Make this an 11. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 3. 7 take away 4 is 3. Oh, that's less than 37. We're in the clear. And we have nothing else to bring down. So it's a remainder of 33. All right, we're moving right along. Let's see. We're down to one more word problem, and then we'll talk about this question. So Zach bought 2 new jet skis for $15,480. Holy moly, that's a lot of money. He will make 36 equal payments. How much will each payment be? Oof. Oh my goodness, what could I do with that money? Oh. All right, so have fun on jet skis, I guess. Okay, so it's 15,480 divided by 36 equal payments. 36. How many years would that be? There's 12 months in a year, 36 payments. He's going to pay on these suckers for 3 years. Okay, so 36. I can't make a group of 36 out of 15. I can make a group of 36 out of 154. And didn't we just skip count by 40s? So let's just use it. So what gets us close to 154? Possibly this one. Let's try it. Let's try for 4. Okay, we'll put a 4 up. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 is 14. I think it's going to work. Subtract. 4 minus 4 is 0. 5 minus 4 is 1. 10 is less than 36, so we're golden. Bring down. Now we are thinking about how many groups of 36 we can make out of 108. So 108, let's look up here at our skip by 40s. Maybe 3. Possibly 3. Let's try it. Okay. 3 times 6 is 18. Is it going to go in evenly? 3 times 3 is 9 plus 1 is 10. It did go in evenly. Oh, subtract, that's 0. So he's going to pay $43 a month for 3 years. Well, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Well, hopefully the jet skis will last for 3 years and I'll have a really good time. So this question, how is estimation helpful when dividing multi-digit numbers? An estimation helps us determine the reasonableness of our quotients. Okay, so like, where's one where we estimated? Here's one where we did the estimation. Our estimation was 100 and our actual quotient was 94. That's pretty reasonable, don't you think? But what if I had gotten 904 or 940? That wouldn't seem right, would it? So estimation really helps us out just to double check ourselves, okay? So go try these on your own. Remember, round and skip count is so helpful to do that. Also, make sure you wrote this on your paper if you're still learning the process of long division, okay? As always, feel free to work with a friend as long as you stay on task.